Hi, welcome to day 6 of our 30-day video challenge about remote working. Yesterday, we talked about the challenges that people face when it comes to working from home or working remotely outside their organization. And one of the things we talked about is about people feeling lonely, being challenged about their health. But that's not what we're talking about today, even though I look all kitted up to do some exercises. I'm more concerned about who pays for remote working. So our topic today is who pays for remote working. And my answer to you, it depends and in what area of the remote working. So we're going to start with something that, of course, is top of mind for many people, which is connectivity, data, right? Who pays for connectivity that you use for connecting onto the internet for you to be able to do your work, working remotely? Is it your organization or is it you, the employee? My answer will be, it depends. For example, in developed economies, most times it's the staff or the employees that pay for their data. But in Nigeria, we know that the economy actually could do with some improvement. So most times it's the employers that pay for the connectivity. How much is good enough? What size of data should you be using? And how are you sure that the employee is using the internet for only your work? We never can tell, really, because at the same time whilst you're working, the same employee could be using that same data to surf the internet, to binge on Netflix, etc. But the debate is out there. Either ways, employers need to provide data, enough data for the staff to be able to do their work efficiently. Second item is power. We've already talked about it yesterday. How power affects you being able to operate properly or use your PC or use the devices at home for you to be able to work. In some organizations pay allowances, either for you to be able to fuel your gen as alternative source of power, or to buy solar chargers so that you'll be able to power up your laptop for you to be able to work, or to be able to charge your phone to be able to get the work done. The amount an employer pays depends on affordability. The other question is, who pays for overtime? Even though most organizations are result driven, there are still instances where employees work overtime during their normal hours working for the organization. Who takes care of that? So as an employer, you need to think about overtime for those level of staff that requires to be paid overtime for the job that they do. And if you are a consulting firm and you're billing per hour, it's important that you have record of the time you've worked. Which takes me back to the issue of having monitoring tool. If you have a monitoring software, you should be able to decide which software that you need to be able to monitor the activity of your staff. So the worries you have about whether someone is binging on Netflix will be removed. You also need to pay for the tools, by the way. Yes, whether it's the antivirus software that they use to protect you from having malware on your PCs, or for VPN, or for Microsoft Teams or Zoom account, whatever it is, whatever kind of tools that you use for working remotely, somebody needs to pay for it. In some instances where people have worked at home, staff have asked for salary increases, either to make up for some of the inconveniences they experience working from home, or employers who have also argued that maybe they should reduce salaries, especially since the cost of commuting from their home to the office is being eliminated for the staff. The last thing I want to ask again is, who really pays? I'd like to get your opinion, but these are some of the things you need to consider when working remotely. So if you're an employer, these are the things you need to consider. And I'm sure employees do have their own concerns of things that they think the employer should pay for. I'd like to hear from you. Till I see you again tomorrow for day 7, where we'll come up on that topic that have to do with remote working. Please remember to like this video if you find it enriching, or share it with other people, or subscribe so that once I upload a new video concerning remote working, you can be the first to know. Bye for now, and cheers.